Hello everyone, this is American Idioms Part 128. This is Part 128 in my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you numbered 636 to 640. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 636. Have an iron grip on something. And the example is, it's very hard to compete in my business because one huge tech company has an iron grip on the market. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer is B, to maintain total or dominant control over something or someone. This is what it means if you have an iron grip or someone has an iron grip on something. Like in our example, this person was in business and there's one huge tech company that controls everything or is dominant over the whole market. That's what it means if they have an iron grip on something. Here's another example. The mayor's political party would stop at nothing to maintain its iron grip on power in the small town. Now we're talking about a political party that has an iron grip on the power, on the political power. Okay, it's a small town, so there's probably one party that controls everything. It's dominant. Okay, that's how it's used. And now for number 637. Have one's ear to the ground. And the example is, a good journalist must have their ear to the ground to get a news story before it breaks. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to be or remain well informed for new trends and information about something. Basically, to listen for in a way, or to look for, or to try to be informed about what's happening. Okay? These new trends. Like in our example, a journalist, right? If they want to be a good journalist, they have to always be, you can even say, listening for different information or new information or a new trend about something, right? Before some story breaks. Okay, they want to be the first to break the story, we say. Here's another example. If you want to get a good job, it's wise to have your ear to the ground for any potential openings in your field. Okay, same kind of a thing here. You're on the lookout, we even say, right? You're listening for, literally, for any new job, let's say openings in your field. So in a way, you are trying to listen for or search for or to always be well informed, all right? However you do it, looking on the internet, talking to people in your field, something like that. Got it? And now for number 638, at one's fingertips. And the example is, this new software is outstanding for an analyst because it provides them with real-time sales data at their fingertips. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B. Ready at hand, immediately available. That's what it means if something is at your fingertips. It's like right next to you, very close to you. You can just move your fingers and it's there in a way. Okay, this is what we mean by at your fingertips. Okay, it could be quite literally. The keyboard is at your fingertips, right? You can easily access it. So this software program in the example, right, gives you this data in the software program. So it's very easy to analyze whatever you want to do in your job. Okay? Here's another example. He set up his workshop in a way that all of the tools that he used most often were at his fingertips. Okay, again, quite literally, his most often used tools were right close to him. They were near. Everything was close as he did a job, right? He didn't have to go look for things around. So this person set up his workshop like that. So he just had to reach somewhere and he could use his tools. Okay? They were easily available, all right, or ready at hand, as we say. Now for number 639, bad blood. And the example is the company's decision to reduce its health benefits created a lot of bad blood with its employees. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C. Tension, disdain, or enmity between two or more people. All right, that's bad blood. Okay, not good. So in our example, the company reduced the healthcare benefits, which I'm sure caused bad blood, right? A lot of tension, disdain, and enmity between the employees and the company. All right, I'm sure of this. I think everybody is. Here's another example. All of the bad blood between the two young men was caused by a very pretty girl that they each had recently dated. Okay, so I don't think this is hard to understand here. You have two young men fighting over a pretty girl, right? That's going to cause a lot of bad blood, a lot of tension, enmity between the two people. Okay, so that's a good example for you. And now for our final idiom, number 640, around the block. And the example is, my father has always given me excellent financial advice because he's been around the block more than a few times in various businesses. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, having experience, either in a particular area or in one's life overall. Like our example, this person's father has a lot of experience in businesses. Okay, so he's been around the block. And we often use this with other things like more than a few times. We add that on the end of this. Okay, meaning he's been there many times. Okay, like our next example. My teacher can't be fooled by that excuse because he's been around the block before and knows all of the tricks. All right, so because the teacher has been around the block, he can't be fooled. Okay, and you know how students give excuses. But this teacher is experienced. He's been around the block. Got it. That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video to support the channel. And I've been around the block many times, so I know that you must Keep practicing. See you next time.